Hey everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to another session of Perspective 360 Degree, where we do current affair based answer writing practice in a detailed and structured manner. But today is Wednesday, so we are not going to cover current affairs. Today we are going to focus upon the static part. Fine, as a part of our answerathon sessions. I hope you already know about answerathon, where basically we cover the static portion as a part of your syllabus on every Wednesday. So this is for new students. So basically Perspective 360 Degree is on every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. But on Wednesday, we are covering the static portion only as a part of Answerathon series. Whereas on Monday and Friday, we will focus upon the current affair part only. Fine. So that is going to be the approach. I hope it is clear to you and the time is 5 p.m. and that is all about Perspective 360 Degree. Fine. And what is the process? Basically, as a part of this answerathon series, I'm going to give you a certain type of topic as a homework topic, and after that what you are going to do, you are going to prepare that topic and I will be giving you a practice question with respect to that as a part of this session. And what you have to do, you have to write your answer in the comment box within 48 hours if you want it to get evaluated. Fine. So that is the idea. And how is it going to help? Basically, it is a free of cost initiative, and with the help of this initiative you can write your answers in the comment box and you can compare your original answers with the answers of the fellow aspirants. Fine. And apart from that, since we are covering the static topic on every Wednesday, so what is our target? The target is to complete the whole syllabus, and if you are with me till the end of the series, you will be able to cover the syllabus in a very comfortable manner if you are doing the homework. Fine, if you're covering the homework topics. So stay consistent and stay ahead. Now, this was the, I would say these were the topics that I gave you homework as a part of the previous sessions, and I saw the answers of the students. Many students had written their answers, and those few answers have not been evaluated yet, but I have contacted the team and your answers will be get evaluated soon. But this was something that we discussed in the last class. Fine. Now, in the last class I gave you this homework. Fine. And now what you were supposed to do, you were supposed to prepare these topics, and today I'm going to give you a question based on these topics. So that's how basically it works, and this is the question that I framed from this topic, which is from the changes in industrial policy, monetary and fiscal policy reforms. So I basically framed the question from the monetary policy. The reason is that this is an important topic, and in the past years also RBI has asked the question from this topic multiple times. So what is the question? The question is, how does the RBI use monetary policy tools to control inflation and stimulate economic growth? Now, at any point of time, you do not have to ignore these two keywords, that is to control inflation and to stimulate economic growth. Otherwise, what most of the students are going to do if they are not reading the question properly, they will just talk about that how RBI uses monetary policy as a part of the Indian economy, and they will start writing the different tools, direct and indirect tools that are there, and they will end up writing an incomplete answer. Fine. So what you have to do whenever you are reading the question, you should always mark the important keywords. So what are the important keywords? The first is RBI. Fine. The second is monetary policy tools. The third is inflation. And the fourth is economic growth. So you have to target all these keywords in order to write a complete answer. Fine. So this is something that you have to put into consideration. Apart from that, what one another tip that I would like to share with you, I know many of you would already be knowing that, but since I've contacted few students on strategy calls, a call, and they told me that they take a lot of time in order to brainstorm things, in order to express their answers, whatever content is there in their mind. So the thing is that the best strategy to deal with that is basically you should always try to create an outline before writing an answer. What do we mean by an outline? This is the outline that I'm talking about. So for example, this is the question. So immediately what you have to do, you have to invest around 30 to 40 seconds before starting your answer. And in this 30 to 40 seconds, what you have to do, you have to create an outline that what all you are going to cover as a part of this answer. So for example, this is the introduction part. So for example, if you're reading the question, you can create an outline like this, that in the introduction, I will write what is monetary policy. I will talk about RBI's role in monetary policy in a very brief manner, maybe one or two lines, not more than that, because this is something that is introduction, not the body part. So you have to be very precise. Then you will write a connecting line where you will talk about the interconnection between the monetary policy, the inflation and economic growth. For example, you can write like monetary policy serves as a bridge between economic growth and inflation. Such type of connecting line you can write, but I would suggest you to write it in your own words just for the sake of example. So this is about the clarity. You will be getting the clarity once you create the outline. You know that what is the scope that you have to touch while writing the answer. Similarly, the same things that you can do for the body part, you will immediately try to write, or you can do it in your mind only, fine, without even using a pen, because you know with practice you will get comfortable. So you can write as a body part also, that in the first part of the body I'm going to discuss the different monetary tools that are used by RBI. Then I will talk about the impact on inflation, and then I will talk about the impact on economic growth. And last, what I'm going to do after that, I'm going to write the conclusion. In the conclusion, I will write something this and that. Fine. So that is the idea. Once you're done with the outline within 30 to 40 seconds, trust me, the answer writing process is going to become very smooth and easier for you. Now you know what areas you have to cover, what points you have to touch in a very rough manner. Fine. So you will get a good framework, and that is going to help you with respect to brainstorming, and in order to reduce your time also, because a lot of time what happens, we start writing haphazardly, and once we reach at a certain part of the answer, then we realize that we are not supposed to write that thing. Then we start pressing backspace, and it consumes a lot of time, it wastes a lot of time as a part of your answer writing. So it is very important that you are creating an outline, and it will help you to write your answer in a more organized manner, and also you will be able to save a lot of time. Fine. So this is an important tip that I would like to suggest you. Now let us say you are creating an outline, but still you are taking a lot of time to think about that content. Now here the problem lies with the revision. If you are a beginner, then you are going to face this problem, because if you have not revised that certain concept multiple times, then you won't be able to retain it. So retention is going to become a problematic part if you're not revising things. Fine. So if you're a beginner, do not get discouraged with respect to answer writing. It happens. You won't be able to write a perfect answer within 18 minutes or within 24 minutes for the 600 words when you are a beginner. So you are going to face such type of challenges. But these are the solutions. The first type of solution can be outline, and the second type of solution is the revision. Once you have revised multiple times, automatically the content is going to come to your mind, and you are going to feel comfortable. Fine. And I hope it is clear to you. Now this is the outline. This is the kind of outline that you can use in order to write this answer. What you are going to do, firstly you will define what is monetary policy, very importantly. After that, you will write 1 to 2 lines on RBI's role in monetary policy, that as a central bank, RBI plays very crucial role with respect to controlling inflation. And you can write managing the currency, fine, currency stability. And you can also write in order to, and it also plays important role to foster the economic growth. Fine. This is what you can write as a part of RBI's role in 1 to 2 line. After that, you can touch this connecting line, because why we are writing connecting line, please understand, we are writing connecting line so that we can create a logical flow between the introduction and the body. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि इंट्रोडक्शन खत्म हुई अचानक से बॉडी स्टार्ट हो गई. तो अपने क्वेश्चन में रेलेवेंस ऐड करने के लिए आप क्या करते हो, एक कनेक्टिंग लाइन हमेशा एक ऐड करते हो. एक लाइन होती है बस, वो उससे ज्यादा नहीं, छोटी सी एक लाइन, दैट इज क्रिएटिंग द रेलेवेंस बिटवीन, और यू शुड से I should say the logical flow between the introduction and the body. So you will write like this. You will create a link between the monetary policy, inflation and economic growth, because these are the keywords that are mentioned in the question. Afterwards, what you can do, you can start with the body part. What is your body part 1? The heading part 1. Heading will be monetary policy tools used by RBI. For example, you can talk about CRR, SLR, open market operations, repo rate, reverse repo rate, whatever it is. But do not over elaborate things, because you have the word limit criteria also, and after that you have to deal with the body part 2 and the body part 3 also. So it is very important that while writing your answer, you are choosing words in a very precise manner. You are very precise, you are talking to the point. Do not run here and there. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि आंसर में बहुत ज्यादा आता है हमें, तो हम सारा ज्ञान एक ही आंसर में लिखने लग जाते हैं. उससे क्या होता है कि हमारा वो आंसर भी खत्म नहीं होता, और वो आगे वाले आंसर पे भी हमारा इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि सब कुछ नहीं लिखना है आपको, आपको उतना ही लिखना है जितना रिक्वायर्ड है, सो दैट यू आर एबल टू कंप्लीट योर आंसर. दैट इज द फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी, to complete the answer with quality content. Fine. Once you're done with this different tools, then you will write the impact of inflation. अब impact on inflation कैसे लिखेंगे, पैराग्राफ में नहीं लिखेंगे, पॉइंट में लिखेंगे, स्ट्रक्चर्ड फॉर्म में लिखेंगे. You can talk about impact on inflation with respect to contractionary policy, contractionary monetary policy and you can talk about the expansionary monetary policy also. Contractionary कब use करते हैं? When the inflation is higher than the expected levels, then basically we go for the contractionary policy. Fine, when the inflation is there beyond the accepted levels as a part of the economy. But if the vice versa is there, for example, if there is some sort of deflation, then then the RBI is going to go for expansionary policy. Fine, so that is the idea. So you will talk about both the scenarios, that what happens in case of contractionary policy and what happens in case of expansionary monetary policy, and what is the impact of inflation of both the scenarios. Fine, because for example in the contractionary, as a part of contractionary fiscal policy, how the inflation is going to get impacted, and the same case with the expansionary. After that you will talk about the economic growth also, how you are going to talk about that. For example, you will write, when there is low interest rate in the economy, what is going to happen? The borrowers are going to borrow more loan, for example the different businessmen, for example the different consumers. And what is going to be the impact on the economic growth? The economic growth obviously is going to get increase. Fine, you will talk about it link, you will try to connect the dots. Similarly, you will talk about the opposite scenario also, that what will happen when the interest rate is going to get increased. So basically the borrowings are going to come down and the economic growth is also going to get affected. You will talk about that. Last but not the least, you will talk about the conclusion. You will write a summary that it is a very important, or you can say the pivotal role of the RBI, that through monetary policy it is able to manage a balance between the inflation and the economic growth. Because on one side we want to promote inflation, but on the other side we do not want to compromise with the economic growth also. तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ प्रमोट करने के चक्कर में इन्फ्लेशन बहुत ज्यादा हो गई, तो इन्फ्लेशन मॉडरेट रहनी चाहिए. You can talk about the inflation targeting also, that is within the range of 2 to 6%. So we should target to maintain the inflation in that range, and side by side we should focus on the economic growth only, so that the challenges like unemployment can be addressed. कुछ ऐसा अच्छा सा कंक्लूजन बना सकते हो आप. चाहो किसी कमेटी का नाम डाल दो, कोई पंच लाइन लिख दो अच्छी सी, ठीक है, बहुत ही ब्रीफली, जो भी वैल्यू एडिशन आप ऐड कर सकते हो, यू कैन टॉक अबाउट इट. सो दिस इज द फ्रेमवर्क दैट यू कैन फॉलो, and do not try to copy paste my words that I have discussed with you. Try to write your original answer, then only you will learn. And do not worry about bad answers. किसी ने गंदा आंसर लिख दिया, सोच रहे हो यार ये क्या लिख दिया मैंने, इसमें तो अच्छी इंग्लिश भी नहीं है. Do not get demotivated. It is a part of the process, and trust me, when you will start writing consistently, your 30th answer is going to be way better than your first answer. That is something that I can promise you, if you are following the process. Fine, and if you are trusting the process. So maintain the discipline, maintain the consistency, and it is going to be helpful for you. Fine, so this is your question. You have to write it within 600 words. It is going to be a 15 marker question. I hope it was helpful for you, and the evaluation will be done. You have to write your answer in the comment box. Now this is another question. This is just a homework question. Do not post the answer in the comment box, because for this answer will evaluation will not be available. This is just for your practice. So what the question is fiscal policy can promote economic stability and address risk to public finances. Fine, so you will talk about the significance with respect to that. Within 400 words, it is a 10 marker question. Fine, so I hope it is clear to all of you. Now this is the homework topic for the next Wednesday. So when we will meet in the answerathon test 4, so over there I'm going to provide you question from this topic. So this is your homework topic for 1 week. I think this is sufficient. एक हफ्ते में किया जा सकता है, ठीक है. तो आप अच्छे से बैठो डिसिप्लिन के साथ. बीच में संडे भी आएगा. Those who are working aspirants, try to utilize it and try to complete this portion. Fine, whatever sources you are following, if you are following any course, watch the videos, read the concept notes, whatever it is. If you are doing self-study, revise your notes, follow the textbook, whatever your source is. Fine, but try to cover these topics in an exhaustive manner. And after that, I'm going to give you a question with as a part of the test. Fine. So I hope it is clear to all of you, and that is it from my end. It is going to be a short session. Because we are not providing the model answer with respect to it, because of course it is a static part of the syllabus. For the current affairs, the same approach is going to continue, and these are the EduTab blogs that you can follow, where you can find informative articles with respect to various competitive exams, and it is going to help you in the long run. So I hope it was helpful for you, and thank you so much and all the best. Just let me see the chat box if there is something. Let me open the chat box. Fine, so nothing is there. Okay, thank you, Anand. And do write your answer. Okay, so now I'm ending the session.